Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. I found another recipe on Pinterest that I'm going to try. They claim to be a 30-minute, no-fail dinner roll made with yeast. Well, I'm going to time myself and see if that's going to happen. The recipe uses 6 ingredients: 4 cups of flour, 1 1/3 cups of milk, 1/4 cup of butter, 4 1/2 teaspoons of yeast, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. First thing I do is pour the flour, all of it, into a mixing bowl, and then with a utensil, just make a little well in the center of the flour. Just like that. The next step is to put the sugar into the milk, the salt into the milk, and the butter. Now I'm going to take that and put it into the microwave for about 15 seconds, just to melt the butter. We want the butter to melt, but we also want to warm up the milk. Okay, it actually took a minute instead of 15 seconds. So you might want to just check on your milk, the progress of it. Okay, what I'm going to do is just give this a little stir. The butter's not completely melted, but the milk is warm. So I'm going to pour half of this into the well. And then I'm going to sprinkle all of the yeast. Okay, I've got my mixer out, and as you can see, I'm using a hook attachment, and this is to help knead the dough, and you want it to be a nice sticky dough that pulls away from the bowl. So let's see what happens. I'm going to put this down, but I'm also going to pour the rest of the water or the milk in with the butter. And this should form a nice sticky dough. Goodness, there's some thumping going on. I'm not exactly sure what's happening here. But it looks like it's coming together nicely. Except for the bumping. Oops, I didn't lock it. My fault. Don't do that. Okay, it's looking a little dry, so I can add just a little bit more milk. It should be a little stickier. This looks like it's mixed enough. It didn't really pull away like I wanted it to, but it'll be good enough. I'm going to put the dough on a surface. Normally I would flour this surface, but we've run out of flour. So I'm going to try and maneuver this sticky stuff. It's really sticky. So this is the pan I'm going to use. This should make 12 rolls. You can use whatever you want. It's just, I thought this was cute. So basically, this is going to be the hardest part of the whole recipe, I guess, is just getting 12 little rolls and putting them in the pan. So I've divided the dough in half. Oh, it's not sticking at all. That's awesome. And I'll divide it in half again. I'm going to divide these into 6 even rolls. Well, this one's not even, but take a little off of this one. And then I'm just going to set them in the pan. Seems easy enough, and if they rise, that's great because this will be a really easy recipe to make for dinner rolls if you run out of bread or whatever. So we'll just do the same thing to this other half of dough. Okay, they fit nicely into this pan. Now the next step is I'm just going to cover them loosely with a towel and let them sit for about 8 to 10 minutes while I preheat the oven to 400 degrees. The oven is preheated, so let's take a look. They look like they have risen a little bit. They're pretty heavy. I'm going to pop them in the oven, again 400, and they go in for 17 to 19 minutes. Use your judgment, they should be golden brown. Well, let's see how they turn out. I think we will not make the 30 minutes, but within an hour at least, so that's pretty good. There it goes. Let's get it out. Wow, it looks great. Let's bring it over here. All right, the rolls are done. So I have taken 2 tablespoons of butter to melt and the little whiskey thing here, and I'm just going to spread a little butter on top because you can never have enough butter. Besides, it gives them a nice shiny coat. I think this might be a keeper. Okay, everybody, it's Schnecken time again. Today I have made no-fail 30-minute dinner rolls. So if you're ever in a pinch, they look pretty good and they smell pretty good. So I want everybody to try one.
Yes. Oh, they're warm.
Oh,
Yeah, there's steam.
So
it's
hot.
just pouring out.
yeah, it really does smell good.
It burnt
good.
my nose.
Not for you, Molly. You have a bad history with yeast rolls.
Mmm. It's so good. Mmm. Mmm. I got butter on my finger. It's melting. Like really fast. Mmm.
Let's have the expert's opinion.
Okay. I had to admit, I was pretty surprised when you said 30-minute rolls. And I can smell the yeast, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, here we go.
Need water. Need water.
That's pretty good. And for 30 minutes, that's excellent. I would not have thought that you could get this kind of texture in 30 minutes from a yeast roll.
It's got a really nice texture, and it's still warm, and it's really good.
Not bad.
They are heavy, but nicely browned. And for half hour, it was not a lot of work. I like them. It's a Pinterest keeper.
Where's the butter?
Right
Butter.
here. Really good.
Oops.
Oh, really?
Hey.
There's a plate.
tastes like a burger without meat.